Today I'm going to be doing my presentation on Steve Irwin. Some of you may have heard of him before. You may know him from the show The Crocodile Hunter. But let's start off with his life before he was the Crocodile Hunter. Steve was born on February 22nd, 1962 in Essendon, Melbourne, Australia. Steve grew up a little differently than the other kids. While he was growing up at the wildlife park that his parents owned, he found his love for wildlife, especially reptiles. Most kids play with toys when they are young, but Steve liked to play with the animals in the wildlife park. By the age of 6, Steve got his first venomous snake. By the age of 9, he was helping his dad catch small crocodiles. Growing up, Steve always had an uncanny sixth sense when it came to wildlife, and he spent his life honing that skill. Steve became famous from the show Crocodile Hunter, hosted by him and his wife, Terry. The show became successful because of Steve's unconventional approaches to wildlife. He had no fear when approaching and tangling with venomous snakes, spiders, lizards, crocodiles, and other animals. Steve considered himself a wildlife educator, sharing his knowledge and enthusiasm for animals. Steve would always wear a khaki shirt and shorts, which became a trademark. In addition to his trademark, Steve had his own catchphrase, which is an Australian expression of surprise or excitement. After Steve's parents retired in 1992, Steve worked tirelessly to improve and expand his wildlife park, renaming it Australia Zoo in 1998. Steve's vision for the world's best zoo was coming to fruition. He used the zoo to educate people about wildlife. In July 2006, Steve set out his 10-year business plan for his beloved zoo. He couldn't know he would be gone just 2 months later, but he believed his conservation work would go on. His vision is yet to be fulfilled, but the zoo is in safe hands, Terry, Robert, and Bindi, to fulfill Steve's vision. He sadly passed away on September 4th, 2006 near Port Douglas, Queensland, Australia. When snorkeling near a stingray, he was pinched in the chest by a barb, which hit his heart. Steve Irwin died of a cardiac arrest shortly after being stung. Even after Steve died, his legacy still goes on. His wife Terry and his kids Bindi and Robert run the zoo he ran. Something that will guarantee his legacy will continue is his star on the Hollywood Walk of Fame. The person I admire in my personal life is my grandfather. My grandfather realized as a child he had a sixth sense for business. When he was young, he would help his father count money. It wasn't a lot, but it was something a young kid could do to help. Grandfather would later spend his weekends helping his father with the business in any way he could. As he grew up, he chose to pursue his passion for business. He worked hard in school and to start a business of his own. But prior to him starting his own business, he worked for some companies to build his career, gain experience, and learn how to grow the business. In 2000, he started his own business called Capria Money Exchangers. Capria Money Exchangers has been in business for 20 years at the time of writing, which is very impressive as most businesses do not make it past 5 years. The business is a success, and after 20 years of hard work, my grandfather can take some time off and focus on some of his other hobbies and interests while his son takes care of the business. Steve and my grandfather have multiple things in common. They both have big vision. Steve's vision was to make Australia Zoo the best zoo in the world, and my grandfather's vision is to make Capri Money Exchangers, his company, the best store in the city. Another thing Steve and my my grandfather have in common is their love for educating others. Steve loved educating people about wildlife, and my grandfather about business. Steve and my grandfather are both transformational leaders as they are both excited about what they do. Lastly, both love animals. My grandfather has been someone I have admired, and I hope to be like my grandfather in the future.
If there's one thing that I, Steve Irwin, would want to be remembered for, it's be remembered for passion and enthusiasm. Conservation is my job, my life, my whole persona.